do.
I like it. He's a good blonde.
Yeah, on the left we have Char, and then we have BeatyBean on the right. So
he is real.
Yeah.
All your Valentine's Day dreams have come true.
It looks like we are going to be seeing the BeatyBean Wario. We were seeing some of the Mii Sword Fighter earlier today. But Steve and Wario. So, Swiss, how do you feel about this matchup?
I'm kind of surprised that BeatyBean isn't trying his hand at the Mii Swordsman just with those disjoints and be able to pressure from afar. But of course, you know, when you're going up against the number 3 Steve in Tri-State, I mean, New Jersey, you want to be able to actually bring out your best character. I've already seen it for good use, the bike just blowing up that TNT, and it's going to be a good way to pressure those blocks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a great way for BeatyBean and for him to get some spacing and now try to get a potential edge guard, not going to be able to get it either. But the bike coming all the way over, not doing any damage to Char as he's sort of mining peacefully behind this wall of blocks. BeatyBean finally able to get in though from the center of the stage, going high in order to avoid the anvil. But we are seeing a bit more movement coming out from Char as we get into these up tilt ladders.
This is unfortunate that he is trying to get in with a lot of this floatiness, and he's just kind of being pressured to just stay away. I don't think there's too much to do when BeatyBean is just being challenged by that up tilt. Off stage already. What do we see? Does he make it back? He does.
Yeah, great way to make it back and able to avoid some of those back airs from Char. The anvil, perfect parry too. BeatyBean is amazing, not going to lose that stock either. But coming back in with the bike, we do see yet another anvil, but with the bike in hand, BeatyBean has a whole lot more resources in order to get over that wall. Trying to get some up airs in as well in order to pressure the stage control, and Char already finding himself at a pretty high percentage. They've got the center of the stage, but BeatyBean is so good at getting in that it doesn't seem that Char is able to get a whole lot of resources. The diamond on hand, but BeatyBean still making this so difficult for Char, and that is still not the stock.
It's amazing to see how BeatyBean is just treating those blocks as another speed bump, no matter how high they are. And already just using that bike to close in that distance, has the waft, going to try and save it for the next stock here. And nice back air into dash attack. That's going to be the first stock. Let's see if he can keep this lead.
Oh yeah, that is still going to be the stock for BeatyBean. No damage off of that, or not enough damage in order to take the stock from that back air, but the anvil going to be putting him into a tricky situation, and as you see, Char taking full advantage of that in order to get the stock.
It's so unfortunate that at 180, all you can watch is your character die slowly off stage and then get spiked.
Yeah, really unfortunate to see if you are BeatyBean, but it does seem to be that he is trying to get a bit more damage as we return to the center of the stage. This gold tool, the first time we're seeing it making its appearance from Char, recovering with the bike, but Char going to be able to send BeatyBean off stage pretty quickly, and that gold back air is going to be taking yet another stock at only 14%. Char absolutely has the upper hand at the moment.
Yeah, those gold tools with the faster frame data, you are going to be able to just challenge with up tilt the entire time, and it looks like the diamond tools are here to just close out this last stock, but we still have that waft. BeatyBean just waiting for the perfect moment to execute it so you can even this up. It's always an even game, even on last stock against Wario, as long as you have that waft.
Absolutely. I do think
Unless
that was a great way to put it, but when you have a down smash like that at the ledge with Char, that is going to be his game to take against BeatyBean in game number 1. As you all, viewer, as you know by now, it is best of 5, so BeatyBean still has plenty of chances to make this back. However, pretty dominant first game going to Char.
Yeah, it looks like we are sticking with the Wario. I think he is trying to figure this out and how to... It looks like Char was a little hesitant to punish the approach on those first stock and a half, but now that BeatyBean has gone to an even longer stage, it looks like he's just going to be able to kind of mix up his approaches even better, and just like that, isn't afraid of that TNT, goes in with the grab, and doesn't look like he's going to be playing too much with those parries on the anvil like he did last time. He started to lose the timing for it, so he wants to play safer here.
Again, with the stage pick, I do like the choice of Pokemon Stadium 2 because this stage has a lower ceiling than the other starter choices. So because of that, I do think that someone like BeatyBean will be able to get a lot more off of Waft and kill earlier with it. So good stage choice coming out. Pretty good stage for both characters as well, especially with those NIL combos from Char, as Char is seemingly pretty good at continuing on, going to be perfectly avoiding those back airs from BeatyBean. However, going to be taking a little bit of damage from that and opting to stall a bit at the blocks. Anvil coming out and then going for the back air, just perfect misdirection from Char.
Yeah, BeatyBean has really got to mix up exactly how he wants to challenge in the air, because you do have the anvil into the... Oh my gosh, the block saved him. He's looking for that bike, gets hit by the minecart. He's off stage. He's still going to make it back. You know what? We can blow up the TNT and take that first stock in a hell of a fashion.
Yeah, that was the down smash that elongated the combo, or rather the damage from the TNT, so that just added on too much to BeatyBean. Not the stock just yet, but at 70% on his second stock, BeatyBean does have quite a bit of damage to make up, especially finding himself in the center of the stage. The dash attack going to be doing some pretty good damage for him, and there we go. That is going to be first stock for BeatyBean. Still has some damage to make up, but it does seem to be that he is keen on doing that, interrupted by the anvil from Char. However, BeatyBean still looking for these openings. The bike in hand is proving to be a weapon of destruction.
Well, listen, a bike is definitely a lot more mobile than a minecart. And there we go. You know what? Just letting it rip. He wasn't able to use it last time at any point, so you might as well use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it is a great way for a great way to put such a good tool as something like WAF that BeatyBean has, especially being able to make up this damage. Now that he has Rage at his disposal, at least more Rage than Char, it looks as though he's going to be able to make more off of this damage. Being a heavier character as Wario, it should prove to his advantage. And still with the bike in hand, he does have a whole lot of options. Going over this wall, still has the bike in order to try to mix up how he's getting in, but still going to get hit with the armor of the minecart. And now with the TNT into the down smash, not enough to take it as it wasn't followed through just right with Char. However, they are so keen to be trying to take this stock away from BeatyBean as quickly as possible. As Char is already at 90%, that is the stock gone.
But he's playing so much better right now, because you started to see he was getting hit by that armored minecart. He was challenging the air a lot more often. So he's mixed up exactly how he's approaching, and he's kind of just backing off in the moment when Char just throws it out. And right now he is using the bike, you know, styling a little bit, but I think it's been the best tool to actually get in and stay in.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. It's been such a good tool that I'm so glad to see BeatyBean using for this game. So as we're going underneath this upper platform, we do see some of the back airs coming out from BeatyBean as he is looking to get some of the extra damage off of the bike. With the bike gone, he's able to go for the F-tilt dash attack, accidentally getting caught by the minecart, but air dodging in order to get his dash attack. It is going to be the minecart not taking that stock. But at 137%, Char knows that they need to be really careful, especially at center stage, just kind of back airing in place and getting the back air straight over the bike. That is going to be game number 2 going to Char.
There's just not much BeatyBean could have done at the moment. I mean, if he goes for the dash attack, he's just going to bounce off the wall. If he throws the bike, it's going to get hit and destroyed. Sometimes you just kind of got to wait that out. But he was like, you know what? I'm kind of screwed either way. Let's see what happens. And, well, he found out.
Yeah.
Game number 3, I think he's going to do a lot better. He's going to put 1 on the board. And I think Char's going to be very surprised at how he adapts.
I think he's on the right track, because we did see a lot better adaptations in game number 2, as you mentioned, him being able to mix up some of the ways that he gets in, some of his approaches. That was really good from BeatyBean. However, we do need to see more of that, especially when you're getting dog walk at the ledge. An unfortunate air dodge just to get caught by the down smash, not getting it the second time, but still eating a lot of damage for his troubles. Char just making this so difficult for BeatyBean to get in.
Char doesn't seem afraid too much of that bike anymore. He knows that with those diamond tools, he can just forward air, back air, or throw out the minecart. But it's not armored, so it's actually not going to be able to challenge that in the air at the moment.
Alrighty, great up tilt from BeatyBean in order to get something going for himself. But yeah, straight into the F smash from Char. That is going to be BeatyBean's stock gone. But at 101%, this is not undoable for BeatyBean. Definitely some damage that he can make up, but not when you are getting dog walk to the other side of the stage. Air dodging out of the NIL combo, so good knowledge from BeatyBean to be able to get out of some of that extra damage. However, 94% extra credit for Char, and the Char charged up smash, going to be taking that stock from Char for BeatyBean.
Well, looking at BeatyBean's face, he seemed kind of out of it that last interaction until he finally got that kill. Sometimes you just need to remind yourself, you know what? I'm pretty good at this game. And that read, that proved it to himself right there. He's back in it to win it.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're down 2 games like this, you do need to have that sort of mental fortitude in order to just keep pushing, and that's exactly what BeatyBean seems to be doing. The back air from Char going to be adding on to some of this damage. However, BeatyBean doesn't really seem to be taking it in stride too much, but unfortunately that minecart is going to be taking away BeatyBean's second stock. Being on his last stock, he knows that he definitely needs to get something started, so that's why you see those up tilt up airs coming out from BeatyBean, because he really wants to get one of those waft confirms. Unfortunately, Char knows this too, and he is doing such a good job at walling him out. The air dodge is in and then away, unfortunately putting himself in a bad spot as Char just keeps putting on the pressure.
Oh my gosh, he's right there. Up till finally gets the waft confirmed. You know what? It's still going to be very difficult here. He doesn't have another minute and a half to get another one unless he just wants to stall. He tried to parry. He misses it. Almost dies for it too. BeatyBean, though, has one more chance to start closing the gap.
This is the final stock in which to do it. The final stock and the final game. You know, we are down at the bottom of the inning.
Final game, don't say it so.
No, I can't say final game if he doesn't clutch it out. There we go. BeatyBean opting to wait on the other side of the Angel platform as he is looking just to get some of this time on his side in order to get more waft. Unfortunately, though, it is going to be Char who takes this set, going 3-0 against BeatyBean. So, excellent stuff that we saw from Char.